From the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank you for all the support throughout these years.
We filmed this video before we hit 100,000 subscribers, but because of all the planning, the editing, the filming, etc., we are posting it now, after we hit 100,000 subscribers. But we want to thank you, and we promise we haven't forgotten about that reward. It's coming soon, but yet again we miscalculated the time for that one as well, so it takes a little bit more time. Big hug, lots of kisses, here goes the video. Hello you crazy awesome dancers, and welcome to a different kind of a dance tutorial.
As a dancer, you encounter many unpleasant things on the dance floor, from somebody that sings in your ears to maybe someone that's pulling your hair.
Usually leaders are a little bit more brutal, are a little bit more in their head, and they don't pay attention to their abilities as dancers and their followers. But that doesn't mean that followers are without guilt. It's just that they are more careful, and the number of followers that do the bad stuff is smaller. But boy, do I have some stories with some followers. If you think you're a good dancer, as a follower, as a leader, check this list and let us know in the comment section down below how many of these you are already doing. But please be sincere and don't just tell what you think about yourself.
We split them into two groups: dance abilities and dance ethics.
We're going to start with the dance abilities. Number one on the list, but not the most important one, is timing.
Timing is the first thing that connects you with your partner.
The term timing is mostly encountered in competitions, because when I judge and I have timing, I have to see how good the dancers are at keeping with their feet the timing of the said song or melody. For example, in salsa, 1, 2, 3, they make the break, 5, 6, 7, and they don't dance like this. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Was this horrible? Yes. Was that good timing? No. That's why it's very useful and very important. When you dance, it's the first thing that connects to your partner, because if you can, on your own, connect to the basic rhythm, for example, salsa, and she can connect to the basic rhythm, then you are both connected, because you're connecting to the music, to that basic rhythm. In bachata, it's even easier. 1, 2, 3, 4. The majority of dancers think they are already doing this, but no. At the next social party, look around you and watch only the feet. And you will see 3 wrongdoings. Number 1, they tend not to shift the weight properly, meaning they dance a little bit relaxed. They dance like bam, like this. And this is not proper weight shifting, because when you properly shift your weight, you will feel that the move is complete. Number 2, they don't roll the foot on the ground. A lot of them will use either a flat-footed or a heel-first technique. But in salsa and bachata, we have that rolling of the foot. We roll the foot, we roll the foot, we roll the foot and tap. We roll the foot, we roll the foot, we roll the foot and tap. These were regarding technique, how to step. But number 3 is they do not respect the damn timing, the damn basic rhythm. Why not? They go faster, they go slower, and they are fighting with their follower. Or vice versa, it happens. We hope you understand the importance of timing, because this is one of the leadable causes of harm on the dance floor. We're not talking about championships, about competitions. We don't care about that. We care about the social dance. So, be careful. Do you think you have a good timing?
Next on the list is proprioception.
Proprioception, otherwise known as kinesthesia, is the body's ability to sense movement, action, and location within space. Proprioception has 3 important elements: agility, balance, and coordination. According to the National Academy of Sports Medicine, agility refers to the ability to start, stop, and change direction quickly while maintaining proper posture. As a dancer, view agility as the ability to use your muscles to change directions fast, to start, to stop, to do spins, boom, to be precise. Do you have agility?
Balance is the ability to move or to remain in a position without losing control or falling.
As an example, let's take spins. Losing balance means, boom, you unbalance yourself. You need to regain it. with proper training, you make it boom, back, awesome. But this translates not only into spins, crossbody leads with turns, head rolls, waves. Every move that you can think of requires balance. So you need to train to have a good balance. I said a lot of times balance, right? Well, balance. Do you have balance? And finally, the third element is coordination. Coordination is the ability to perform precise, accurate, and smooth motor responses efficiently. It's the brain's ability to select the right muscle at the right time with the correct muscular intensity, speed, distance, and direction to achieve the desired action. I know this sounds overly complex, but it's a really good definition to the most important thing that dancers need, but they also overlook. I'm getting really excited about this because it's a problem that, yet again, a lot of dancers have. When talking about accuracy and precision, there is a big difference, and I will let you this picture to understand it better. For a dancer, accuracy and precision would translate something like this. These are the beginners, these are, let's call them the intermediates, these are the advanced, and these are the masters. The beginners and the masters are at opposite ends. What do I mean by that? In your very first dance class, without having any sports background, having no coordination at all, let's dance salsa. It's really hard for us, and of course we exaggerate. This is like one case in a million, but you get the idea. These kind of dancers don't have the accuracy and they don't have the precision. Now, next time you go to a party, again, look at the people, and about the feet, about the timing, about the coordination, about the accuracy and precision, see what's happening.
What you need to remember is that coordination is the most important skill that you must have as a dancer.
Do you think you have coordination? Or actually good coordination, because coordination... Next on the list is the timing to body coordination. We already covered this in the previous example when we were talking about accuracy and precision, but I want to underline this. If you have good body coordination, boom, 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 that doesn't mean necessarily you have good body to what you hear coordination. You need to train to coordinate whatever you're doing with the timing. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Or for example, a wave in bachata when you do it. On what count does your hip go back? If you said 4, you're correct. If you didn't know, you might have problems with body to timing coordination because you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is what we're talking about. And this will help you the most with leading and following.
How good is your body to timing coordination? Number 4, tension retention.
When you're dancing, there is a minimum tension involved, which is more or less constant. For example, when we do a basic step, boom, 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 we have a minimum tension in our own bodies and minimum tension between us. This helps us do moves like this. Boom, pam, 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 pam. Boom, pam. Why? Because we were connected to each other and we could transmit what we were doing to our partner and vice versa. As a leader, I would add something extra. Leaders tend to either relax or put too much tension where it's not necessary. Blah, blah, blah. If you leaders would create that minimum tension necessary to just move your follower, you're gonna have a much easier dance. For example, Elena right now is light as a feather. Boom, 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 and she does this usually in social. She's really light. Boom. I don't have to put a lot of tension into moves. I have the minimum tension, but there's not a lot of tension involved. A lot. Now, Elena is gonna randomize her tension requirement. And my job as a leader is to feel that as fast as that. And now I feel her, okay, she's really tensed. This is gonna be a long dance. I need to equalize that to be able to dance. And she went overboard, but you got the idea. As a leader, we need to adapt to the tension, to feel our follower, and to play with that tension. Keep this in mind. Tension, retention. The minimum tension required to have a smooth dance.
The last thing on the danceability list is musicality.
When we're talking about musicality, I know a lot of you love when a dancer hits everything in music. We're gonna give you 4 things to aim for, which should be enough to be a really musical dancer. Number 1, respect the structure of the song. You have intro, outro, the verses, you have the chorus, maybe you have a mambo section. Respect the structure. In the intro, do intro stuff. In the outro, do outro stuff. In the verses, try to interpret what's said. In the chorus, the refrain, if it's more powerful, be a little bit more powerful. Respect the structure of the song. Number 2, in terms of musicality, interpret what's in front. Is the voice? Go on the voice. Go on the inflections. An instrument which is in front, maybe a piano, maybe a bongo, interpret that. There is no point in having, for example, a guitar in front, dingy 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 ding ding.
And you go with the voice. So
in front is like dingy 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 ding, and you dance like the voice which is in the background, so like
don't sing.
Yeah. So go on what's in front. And lastly, you have major accents. You know, when a break boom comes into the song, you stop. Or you have something really powerful in front, like interpret that, because that's a big thing happening in the song. And then you have small accents. In bachata, for example, at the end of a phrase, you have that bongo, like trrra, shoulders, trrra, bam. Or you have a guitar right at the end, pam, pam, pam. Well, that wasn't a guitar, but you got the idea. So, for good musicality, follow these 4 points.
Structure.
What's in front.
Big accents.
Small accents. And you're gonna be amazing. Don't put pressure on yourself to catch everything. No, no.
Do you have good musicality?
That's it with the dance abilities. Now we're gonna go to the dance ethics. Number 1, space awareness. Whenever you are dancing, be careful of the space around you. I know for sure you went to a social dance and you either got an elbow in the back, a punch, a kick, or they just didn't give you any space. Or you made the same for the other ones. For example, throwing your follower into a dip while somebody is there coming with the elbow down. I tend to be really careful, and I tend to be as a siren, being like this, boom, boom, boom. Of course, not that obvious, but for example, I do like a change of places. I look around a little bit, boom, where I am leading Elena or whoever I am dancing with. So, space awareness. People, leaders, pretty please, develop this.
Also, it's not only about the other people that are dancing around you, it's about the space, the floor. For example, leaders, if you are dancing on a floor that is not slippery enough, don't turn your follower because you will break her knees, okay? So don't do that.
But even if we pointed this out mostly for the leaders, girls, followers, this is your job as well. Because we don't have eyes on the back. Lead us, tell us, stop, be careful, watch out. Incoming!
Number 2 is the attitude. Be humble. Don't try to impress.
On the social dance floor, there are so many examples. Oh my God. I'm gonna split them into 2. Now, you have the influencers, the artists, the performers, which in their job requirement, if they want to grow, they have to be a little bit flashy. They have to impress a little bit.
It's social performance.
But on the normal side of dancing, whenever we go to a party just as dancers, we just dance. We are humble, we just tend to have fun, and we don't want to have that superior attitude or we don't want to explain things. Oh, you didn't do that right, or for
in the ear, you didn't do.
It happens. I know it might sound weird for you, but oh my God, it happens so often. Somebody explaining a move on the dance floor or whispering in the ear, you didn't do that correctly. If I have a follower which is shy and she says, oh, sorry, I didn't do that correctly, it's my job as a leader to make her feel okay. I say, oh, don't worry, relax, it's okay, we're just having fun. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's the point of social dancing. So have a humble attitude. You know those dancers that, they are usually the worst dancers, but the attitude needs to compensate. Number 3 might be the most important one. They are all important, but hygiene. Leaders, followers, people. Before you go to a social dance party, you wash. But you don't wash like you take the barbed wire and you scrub really, really well. And I know we're making fun of this, but you know it happens. And secondly, there are those medical cases, let's call them, in which somebody sweats a lot. We are not talking about that. That's not something unnatural. Just take 5 shirts, 10 shirts, you change them. Maybe you wipe yourself a little bit of perfume, and you're okay. We're talking about the common sense hygiene. Brush your teeth, don't eat garlic before you go to a dance, don't eat the shawarma with everything. Have a gum.
Anything you need to do.
Yes.
To have a good hygiene.
And of course, like new clothes. Yeah, don't take the same shirt you wore last 3
parties.
We know you know this, the majority of you. But you just do this. If you feel just 1% that you might smell, trust me, you smell.
The next one on the list is adaptability.
Regarding adaptability, leaders, you need to be focused on your follower mostly. Because when you're dancing with somebody, you need to adapt your level. If you think you're a good dancer, check the list, see how many you have. And your follower is maybe a beginner, you need to go from here all the way here. Get out of your repertoire all the waves, all the head rolls, or the spins, or the complicated salsa moves. Do beginner stuff. She's a beginner, you're a professional, adapt your level. The same goes for followers as well. And as Elena said, it's not only about your partner, it's about everything. Okay, adapt to every situation that happens. And you know, in real life, those that adapt survive and flourish. So why not do the same on the dance floor? And the last one on the list, common sense. And here you can put everything. From the way you invite a girl to dance, sorry, that might happen. Common sense says, also, invitation.
You got out of there.
Common sense goes, how you invite.
How you accept the invitation.
How you accept. If you accept, yeah. Politely refusing. If you refuse, don't go dance with somebody else. How you act, how you speak, how you manner yourself around people.
How you finish the dance.
Don't gossip. Don't talk on the dance floor.
Don't drink too much.
Etc., 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 etc. Like all these dance ethics kind of relate to common sense, but all the other ones needed their separate attention because they are so overlooked. Common sense says this: if you have passion for something, it's your job to be part of the solution and not the problem. That means if you're a good dancer, try to spread everything that's good around you so you level up the people around you.
That's it. These are the 10 things, in our opinion, that make a good dancer.
Remember to let us know in the comment section X out of 10 things you think you already have. We are not interested in knowing which one, we just want to see a general
honesty.
I know there are many other elements, but we think that if you focus on these ones, you will be a crazy awesome dancer. That being said, you crazy awesome dancers, thank you for your support. Check the Marius&Elena platform. We hug you, we love you. See you in the next lesson. Ciao.